Stupid Wizard's actual people contains adult content and themes. Particularly sensitive content warnings will be listed in the episode description. Listener discretion is advised. The world ended slowly, swallowed by the oceans, crushed down by plague, consumed by greed. As shorelines crept inland, humanity fled into the hearts of continents, seeking safety and refuge. The modern age choked on itself, collapsing under its own ambition, and for a time, it seemed humanity might follow. Humanity, however, is stubborn. Refugee camps became villages that soon transformed into cities. Agriculture, trade, and civilization returned, making a new renaissance of the human experiment. This resurgence guided from the shadows by the invisible hand of the undying. These immortals have always been there, inside boardrooms, atop thrones, down alleyways, and whispering at the edges of great wars. Now, the world has been built in their image to serve their needs, ensuring the mortal population is smaller, more manageable, and more dependent. The masquerade holds, as it always does. The masses labor unknowingly as the Nightwalkers feast and the centuries turn. It is the year 2299. The high plains of what was once Kansas roll endlessly under a full moon as the bustling trade hub of Dodge City glows amber against the dark. The Wild West reclaiming its symbol as a promise of hope, new beginnings, and an opportunity for mortals and kindred alike. Drew. The Montague estate crests over the hillside into your vision. A perimeter of trees encasing the house loom like a castle wall in contrast to the plain stretching out in every other direction. You feel comfort and belonging in this moment as two chestnut hackies, told you horses were coming back, pull your carriage into the mouth of this small forest. The full moonlight fades as you enter the canopy of leaves, cutting the wind, leaving only the sound of clopping hooves and the voice of a 10-year-old girl. The golden curls of her hair flow elegantly, landing neatly atop her white and red polka-dotted summer dress. With her hands crossed neatly in her lap, she looks up at you and with a sharp smile. Well, Mr. Eli, it sure does feel swell to be home. Drew, will you please describe your character?
So, Eli Hughes sits in the carriage. He is a late 20s gentleman with sun-kissed skin. He's well-dressed, always in slacks, a nice, usually lighter colored button-up. Today is a lavender color button-up with a scarf tied around it. He wears his well-worn wide-brimmed hat on his head. His face is sharp. He has kind of golden yellow eyes, and as he kind of cracks a smile at the seemingly young girl, he has slightly pronounced sharp canines, giving him kind of a uneasy wolf-like appearance to the common passerby.
Perfect. As you are approaching the familiar scene of the Montague estate, you and your young master, Adelaide, were out on a trip. What do you guys think you guys were doing out of the confines and the safety of this place?
Yeah, so he turns and looks at the smiling girl. Miss Adelaide, we're running out of dressmakers. I know she messed up the frills on the blue thing you were doing, but you can't kill a person just because they did some bad lace work. It's getting harder to travel to these dressmakers to find things that work for you.
I think her smile fades just a little bit at your accosting, and she kind of like looks down at her folded hands, and I think she kind of like clacks her knees together a little bit, and she goes, "She did have it really close, but," and then she looks up at you. "Close just isn't good enough," and she gives you like a little crooked smile.
I know, just something to think about.
Well, I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to find somebody else.
I'll find you another one.
It was very delectable, though. And she kind of like licks at her fangs a little bit.
I'll kind of just like give her a nod and kind of focus forward.
As the sounds of the horses trotting and the carriage wheels turning fill the air again as the silence sets between you guys, you are approaching the Montague estate. I want you to give me the first roll of this campaign and give me a wits and awareness roll. You are a ghoul, so you don't have hunger. So this will just be normal dice.
Okay. So wits 3, awareness 3, so that's a 6 roll.
Okay. There's not really a success here. It'll just, however many successes you get, will give you more information.
4 successes, 2 of them are.
Okay, so that's 6 success, because 2 criticals double, so
Yeah.
it'll be 4. So that's 6 total?
Yeah, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 with 2. Yeah, 6 total.
Okay, wow. Yeah, with 6 successes, as you are cresting up to the front, there's a giant wraparound porch on the manor. You are getting in view of it now. The first thing you notice is that the lights, like candle lights and stuff, all of it is dark. The house is completely dark. This is weird. You know that the housekeeper, Carmichael Rein, the ward of Adelaide, was here. He keeps the house. He would have had it ready for you guys upon return. With 6 successes, as the carriage pulls up to a stop, you notice that the front door is ajar and the windows on the front of the house are busted out. Something has definitely happened here. And with your great successes, it makes you feel like the hairs on the back of your neck are standing up. Adelaide looks up at you and kind of sees the look on your face. And she's like, "Is everything okay, Mr. Eli?"
Something's amiss with the house. I look over, just off to the side a little bit. There is a small, not much more than a shack. It's kind of like it's a servant's quarter that's off the main house, which is where I stay. I'm going to look to Miss Adelaide. Something's wrong with the house. Why don't you go ahead and wait in my quarters over there for just a minute? I'll come get you when everything's all right.
I think she looks at you and looks at the house and then at your place. And then she looks back at you and she's like, okay, you sure you don't want my help?
I'm sure it's nothing. It's probably just some rambunctious burglar, and Rein probably taught him a lesson for breaking in, but I'm gonna just go make sure.
Okay, she'll step down she'll bustle up her skirt and make sure it doesn't get dirty, and she'll jump down and she'll kind of just jog across the yard towards the servants' quarters.
I'll pull one of my guns off my hip. I'll crack open the cylinder, check my rounds, make sure everything's good, crack it back in, kind of cautiously get out and just approach the front door.
Yeah, I'm going to keep using your 6 successes. As you get close to the front door, you, as a trained gunfighter, immediately notice there are bullet holes in the side of the house. I will also say the glass is on the outside of the house as if it was broken in or broken from the inside. And as you approach the front door, it looks like it was kicked inward and then ripped back out.
I'll kind of step into the front door and I'll call out, Rein, you in here?
You sit there for what feels like an eternity, but it's just a couple seconds. And you hear the wind whip through the house, kind of indicating that more than just these windows have been destroyed. But you get no response. And as you're listening, you don't hear anything in the house either. No noise other than the wind. I will say you kind of smell like it's not an active fire, but something was burnt at some point in time. There didn't look like there was any fire damage to the house, but you smell like a smoldering smell in the air.
I'm gonna take a couple steps forward. I'm gonna look up the main stairs and banister, and I'm gonna, assuming that whatever happened here was supposed to involve the master of the house, I'm going to go up towards her room upstairs.
So as you enter into the house itself, it has very obviously been ransacked. You notice some of the furniture is missing. Things have been torn, strewn across the house, paintings ripped down, wallpaper ripped down. As you go upstairs, it's the same scene up here. All of the doors have been ripped off the hinges. Windows have been broken out. As you get to Adelaide's room, it's pretty much empty. And hers, I think, is kind of near the backside of the house. You look out and you see there was a pile of what you could assume furniture, which is where that smoldering smoke smell is coming from. It is not on fire now. It was on fire maybe a day or two ago. But it looks like whoever was here threw the furniture out and lit it afire.
Yeah, I'll continue my sweep, just periodically calling out, Rein?
Yeah, I think you check like his room. You check the kitchen. I think as you're kind of like getting ready to go down into the basement to just check this last place, you hear a piercing scream from outside. It's Adelaide's voice.
Yeah, I'll immediately start running towards the scream.
Yeah, you sprint out the back of the house, and Adelaide is standing near the edge of the back of the forest. And as you approach her, you see what caused this scream. She falls to her knees as you see blood tears streaming from her eyes. Hanging from this tree is the shriveled dead body of Carmichael Rein, Adelaide's ward, your friend, your mentor in some ways, with a stake through his heart.
I'm gonna take off my duster and I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna kind of drape it over Adelaide and be like, Miss Adelaide, don't look at this. I'm gonna go check on him, and then I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna cut him down. You said he has a stake in his heart, right?
Yeah.
Is he? So I know the stake in the heart puts the kin in torpor.
Yes, correct.
I'm gonna see is he in torpor or is he in final death? Is he
So as you are inspecting this, you kind of look up to where you look him over. He's shriveled. He's aged. He looks much older than when you saw him a couple of days ago. As you inspect the rope around his neck and you look up into the trees, you see through the canopy of trees towards the east is a perfect circle in the leaves of the trees, kind of indicating to you that he was left here and the morning sun met him. He has met the final death. As you are kind of finishing this investigation, you see a dagger pinning a piece of paper to the tree that he was hanging in.
Okay, I'll go over and pull the...
Would you hand that to Mr. Drew? As you grab this piece of paper, you hear Adelaide stand up, and she's going to walk over and kind of just tug at your sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of take your attention away from starting to read this paper, you look down and her face is covered in blood from where she's been crying. She looks up at you and she goes, Why did this happen? Why was my Rein taken from me?
Well, they left a note. Let me take a look at it. And I'm gonna take my I'm gonna take off my neck scarf and I'm gonna offer it to her to I'm gonna wipe off her cheek a little bit and offer it to her.
She'll take it from you and she kind of you can see she's clutching it in her fist and she's her knuckles are turning white. I don't understand, Eli. I want him back. Bring him back.
I'm sorry. He was left out in the sun, miss.
Please make him come back, Eli. Please.
Let's go back on to my quarters and let's read this and see what's going on. And I'll kind of I'll take the duster off her and I'll lay it over his body and then I'll come back to that later. But
we will cut from the scene. Elizabeth.
That's me.
In the heart of Dodge City, on the upper floor of an iconic red painted building, many hardworking men and women come to spend their coin chasing warmth in the arms of a Venom House escort. On this particular night, Jasmine Crane works to earn her shot at employment in this historic establishment. Her tightly curled brunette hair falls elegantly down her pale muscular back as she arches her hips down into a young cowboy beneath her. He can't stop himself from releasing a small moan as he grips onto the bedsheets with one hand as the other moves up the petite woman's ribcage towards her chest. The smell of sweat and lavender perfume swirl in the room, but barely hidden in the shadow of the corner, a smile crosses Jet's face. Leaning into you, she whispers, I think this one might have a very promising future here. Elizabeth, will you please describe your character?
Yes. Ida Sanguinetti is a very tall, imposing woman, and the first thing you think when you see her is red. She has red hair. She wears a red dress with high-heeled red boots. She has red eyes. The only thing that is not red is her skin, which is pale, but it makes sense for her hair color. Lots of red-haired people have pale skin, and it is covered in freckles. Oh, yeah, and of course she wears her signature red lip shade as well. And she will lean into Jet, and she'll say, yes, I think so. After this, have her clean up, and she can start today.
Will do. Can I actually have a word with you for a second?
Of course, here.
She'll motion out of the room, back into the hallway of the upper floor.
Yeah, she'll just, in one swooping, elegant motion, she'll stand up and leave the room.
Yeah, as the door closes behind you, you hear the sounds of another satisfied Venom House customer. You start walking down this smoke-filled, wood-paneled hallway. The sounds of well-earned and well-spent coin happening behind closed doors on your left and your right. I haven't quite figured out exactly how the Venom House is laid out, but I think this particular part of the upper floor this hallway will lead out to a giant balcony that overlooks the saloon.
I pictured there being a balcony. That is Ida's favorite place to perch, so she can watch everything that's happening down on the sales floor, so to speak. Poker tables and a piano playing in the corner.
Yeah, you hear the jaunty tune ripping across the night's air.
Full bar happening, but this is the mortal side.
Yes. Just before you hit that corner where you would be on your perch of a balcony, Jet is going to grab your hand to stop you. And kind of like, she doesn't turn you, but kind of insists that you turn to look back at her.
Yeah, I'll turn.
It's not scared. She looks upset. Maybe a little scared. You can see like there's a little bit of a tear forming in one eye, and she's kind of avoiding eye contact with you.
Does this require my office?
She takes a deep breath and tries to like steady herself a little bit. I just can't stop thinking about what happened, and I know it wasn't my fault, but I don't want anything to happen to you because of it.
I will take her hand, and I'll like hold it to my chest, say, you didn't do anything wrong, and we took care of it, and that's that. We don't know what happened.
I know, but I could have just done anything, and you would still be fine, and you wouldn't be in trouble, and I could have just sat there. And
I'm gonna like put a hand to her mouth because I don't want anybody to hear her talking about it.
She like slumps back and she like gives you a little nod.
Mm-hmm. What's done is done. And the world is better for it.
She kind of like, she gives a little half-hearted smile. I do agree with you there.
I'm going to like lift up her chin, like to remind her like we are proud women. Mm-hmm. We need to carry ourselves like that.
Yeah, she takes your cue and kind of like shakes her hair and like pulls her shoulder back. I wanted to apologize to you. And she reaches into the bustle of her dress. She pulls out a little envelope. We got this a few days ago, and I was scared to give it to you. I held on to it. I haven't read it. Takes a deep breath and looks back. You can see her slump again. It's from your father. And she will just hand you the note. I'm sorry I kept it from you.
I want you to know, Jet, that I do trust you to take care of business outside of my knowing. You are a very capable employee.
That's mighty kind of you to say, Miss Sanguinetti. I just worry about you, and I don't want my actions to cause any harm to you.
Well, let's put your mind at ease, and I'll read the note.
Okay. Josh.
Hello?
Along the main thoroughfare of Dodge City, shops burn bright well past midnight as customers conduct their commerce. In these summer months, when the sun has grown just as punishing to mortal flesh that has always been to yours, the town has learned to do much of its living after dark. The hub of tonight's activity, however, clusters around a 3-story building painted a deep red. Its wraparound porch, lined with a handsome banister, hums with conversation. You see finely dressed women leaning in close to flush-cheeked cowboys still warm from a long night's labor, all of them looking for something the daylight hours don't offer. The sign above the door reads, The Venom House. Josh, will you please describe your character in this moment?
Yeah, so my character, Raph, is probably looks a little out of place. I think he wears just a simple white undershirt. He's got like a black jacket on. His hair is dark, kind of has that like greasy look to it. It's not greasy. It's just looks kind of unkempt. His face is, I would say, like kind of gaunt-ish looking and kind of hollow, which kind of gives him a little bit of a pretty intimidating presence. People tend to move out of his way when he's like walking along the road. There's just something off-putting about him. Mm-hmm. He's probably he's in his late 20s. It just looks like that kind of person, like, oh, I should steer clear. And like that's someone on the wrong side of the crowd kind of tracks.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you're walking up the dusty main road of Dodge City, approaching this establishment that you were sent to go kind of scope out, kind of get feelers on. Like I said, you see a swirl of activity around this building. How does Raph do well in crowds? Does Raph avoid, kind of with his gruff demeanor? Like, does it make a difference to him at all?
No, I don't think crowds really bother him. More so, he kind of like people like part around him essentially, but that's not always the case. Wow. And if someone bumps into him, they very quickly learn that was the wrong thing to do.
In this particular case, as you are so accustomed to people moving out of your way, a younger-ish, maybe 19, 20-year-old girl with long blonde curled hair steps down off the porch and starts approaching you. She's wearing like a beautifully adorned green dress with like huge ruffles at the bottom. She gives you a very big, bright smile as her blue eyes twinkle in the moonlight. And she goes, my, what a beautiful young man we have here, finding his way down to the Venom House. How could we be of service to you, sir?
Right now, I think I just would like a drink.
Well, we have some of the finest drinks, be it liquor or women or men, inside up at the bar. You're more than welcome at the Venom House here. And she'll kind of like reach out to like caress your cheek. Mm-hmm. Do you let her do this?
Yeah. He doesn't like acknowledge that he's really being touched. Like he just lets it happen. But
yeah, she'll kind of caress her fingers down your cheek. She'll give you a wink and she'll turn and go back up on the porch. I want you to give me a wits and awareness check in this moment as you're kind of standing outside in the street of the Venom House.
Wits and awareness. So 2 and 2, and then
you replace one of them with your hunger because you
one with hunger. Yep. 1 crit success and 1 regular success.
Okay, so 2 successes total.
2 successes total.
So you see, she goes back up on the porch. She takes a second, kind of surveys the scene, starts talking to another young lad wearing a cowboy hat with some, worn denim jeans. You kind of forget about that interaction in that moment. You see that, these are hardworking men and women trying to do their best to make coin. You can tell they're well treated here, and the demeanor seems to be happy. As you're inspecting the Venom House, because I think Raph is probably a man who wants to know where his exits are, you notice there's an alleyway on the north side of the building. And down that alleyway, with your 2 successes, you see there's a rather large man standing with his back towards the building, and in front of him is a much smaller man, kind of hunchbacked over, and his hand is holding something on his body. And with your 2 successes, I will say you can smell blood.
Is the smaller individual like Is this just like a smaller framed adult?
Yes, yeah, it's an adult man. He's got like a cowboy hat on. He's got boots with spurs on them. He is like one hand's holding his chest, the other is like frantically like trying to convey some sort of point to this larger man.
Can I take note? Like, can I glean anything from this far away? Or
yeah, let's do wits and subterfuge maybe to see. Are you, because you're trying to listen in without being seen, right?
I just wanted to take note of the interaction. It's not so much listening in, but like, I guess just like taking notice of it.
Yeah, let's do wits, and I think it's just another wits and awareness. Let's see what. Yeah, because you're not trying to hide. You're not trying to.
No, I'm just kind of standing there. 2 successes.
Another 2 successes. Perfect. So I will say you overhear the word. So the smaller man seems to be pleading to the larger man, and as you kind of move, I think you're still kind of moving in the shadows a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You see the larger man is standing in front of a door, and the smaller man seems to be pleading to be let in. And I think you overhear, "My sister," and then a little bit later he kind of like coughs up some blood, and he goes, "I need to feed."
Okay. Hearing that, taking note of it, I'll make my way inside.
Okay. Yeah, you head back in front.
To the main entrance.
As you come back around the front of the building, you see the larger man move and open the door, and the smaller man kind of hobbles his way inside. You enter through the front of the Venom House. You enter into a saloon. There's a lively bar. You hear jaunty, piano music playing. People are playing poker at tables. As you enter, more of these very finely dressed, very beautiful women start circling around you, and men start circling around you. All of them kind of making little quips about how attractive you are. Like, "Marceline, he's handsome." And another one's like, "This your first time good looking?" It's a little overwhelming because you are used to people kind of moving out of your way. And I think after a little bit, they kind of,
Yeah, I just kind of wave them off.
Yep.
Like, I go straight for the bar and use the drink as a formality to just kind of sit and take in the scene around me as a whole.
Perfect.
I'm not there for a drink.
Yeah, absolutely. Ida, after Jet gives you this letter, you finish your round. You finish going around the corner to the balcony. You stand at the balcony railing looking out over the floor of the Venom House as the familiar chaos of it washes over you. The music, the laughter, the smell of whiskey and powder and ambition. Behind the bar, you see your bouncer Mitch hutched over your bartender Juarez, whispering something. Juarez looks around the room before his eyes meets yours, and he raises a bottle of dark liquor, the signal that someone needs to speak to you. That moment is broken as a man with a pale face, framed by long dark hair, enters through the front door. He is swarmed by your girls looking to earn his favor. A kindred, you can tell, very easily. And then finally, you notice that Jet hasn't let go of your hands. She's still holding on to you.
I will turn to Jet. Let's finish out the night. Ask the girls if they know of any good bounty hunters.
He gives you a nod.
And we can speak more about this tomorrow evening when I wake up.
Yes, ma'am. I will get right on it.
It'll be okay.
I think she gives your hand a squeeze, and she gives you like a nod, like, "I know it will be because I know you." And she lets go of your hand and elegantly moves down the stairs onto the working floor, and immediately is in character, working the crowd, working, the girls, the men, the patrons, as expertly as you've taught her.
Great. I will catch so real quick, when someone wants to speak to me, is it usually in private?
It is in your office. Typically.
It's in my office.
Correct.
I'll catch my eye with Juarez, who caught my eye, gave me the signal. I will give him a slight upward nod and that way he has leave to direct whoever it is that needs me up to my office.
Perfect. You see he gives like a nod to Mitch, your bouncer, your side bouncer, which is for kindred, as you know. And he will disappear back into the back and lead whoever is speaking with you up the staircase away from the public to your office.
Perfect.
As you, Ida, are standing over the balcony, Raph, you are looking out over the saloon, taking in everything that's happening. The front doors swing open, very saloon style. And you see a man in a white cowboy hat with a large pistol strapped across his chest enter. Eli, do you have Adelaide with you?
No.
Okay. As you enter this room, you take in all of these things that Raph took in. The girls start to swarm you. You have been chasing Jonas Sanguinetti, the youngest member of the Sanguinetti gang. You have shot him. You followed him here. He is somewhere in this building. You are on his trail.
Okay. So in Dodge City, like, since I'm from like the area, I know the Venom House.
Yeah,
and like
you know
I know the owner.
Yeah, you know this is a Sanguinetti establishment.
I'm gonna kind of quickly but casually kind of like wave off the girls and guys, and then walk up to the bar next to the gentleman in the black jacket. I'm gonna tip my hat. Evening, sir. And then I'm gonna look at the bartender. I'm gonna need to see Big Red.
He gives you like a curt nod. He's like pouring a drink down at the other end of the bar. As he finishes up that drink, he grabs a bottle of dark liquor off of the shelf and he's going to walk down to you. May I inquire who's asking you?
It's Eli.
You see up on the balcony Juarez interact with this person that just walked in. And as he does, he's going to raise the bottle of dark liquor again.
2 appointments. Is there a way he can indicate importance to me? Like, which one's more urgent? Do we have a triage system here?
I think as you mull over this, he'll set the bottle down and he'll like flash 1 as in indicating the first one, and then 2. So in order of importance, the first person, then the second person.
Okay.
In this moment, Raph, you hear. Sorry, go ahead.
When he's standing up on the balcony, right?
Yeah.
When he's flashing the numbers up, I'm gonna like look up and see who he's looking at.
You see Ida Sanguinetti, very obviously red hair.
I give you a little finger wave.
I'm gonna look up at you, and I'm gonna pull this out of my jacket. I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna pull out my like I have like a stopwatch and a chain, like a chain watch. What are they called? Pocket watch.
Yeah, pocket watch.
I'm gonna go.
Raph, you see this interaction taking place, and you kind of put together that.
Oh, I've learned the whole system.
Yeah, this Ida Sanguinetti standing up there on the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
This person that you were sent here to speak with.
Yeah, I think as this is all happening, I'll like turn around and like on my stool and just kind of look over the saloon and maybe look at like the games, the poker that's being played and whatnot. But as I do so, it's done so that I can catch a look at Ida up on the balcony, but it's just for like a split second of a gaze. Like it's just quick to be like, that's her.
Yes.
And then I'll turn back and just kind of slosh the drink around a little bit in the glass as I just wait. I'm just watching everything unfold.
Okay.
Do I know who Raph is?
You do not, I don't think.
Ooh. I'll signal to Juarez 2. Moving Eli up.
Okay. You do currently have somebody in your office.
Oh, I thought you said it was Raph that needed to talk to me.
No. So Juarez told you that whoever was outside is now inside and needs to talk to you. Raph has not spoken to anybody yet.
Oh, I thought it was Raph that was needing to speak to me. All right, then never mind. I'm gonna go talk to the person in my office. I didn't realize there was someone already there.
There is somebody in your office. They came in through the back door.
Already gone there.
So you see Ida give you a nod, and she disappears from off the balcony. Yep. Juarez goes, she'll be right with you in a minute. As you step into your office, sitting in your chair, is your youngest brother, Jonas. He has his feet propped up on the desk. He's nursing a small glass of whiskey, even though he can't drink it, just in his hand. And he's holding a blood-soaked towel to his chest.
Mm-hmm.
About fucking time you got back here, Jesus.
Do you run the Venom House?
Do you fucking run this establishment?
Get out of my seat.
Get me something to feed on.
Get on my seat.
He'll kick the chair back as he stands up, so it'll fall over.
Mm-hmm.
As he stands up, though, he kind of like hunches over in pain. I can't believe that fucker shot me.
What'd you do?
I didn't do fucking shit. I don't even know who this freak is. He just came out of nowhere and he shot me.
Do you know who?
I have no idea.
What'd he look like?
He's wearing a white cowboy hat and he's got a mean as hell look on his face. Dad's going to hear about this and he's going to hear about how your fucking bouncer wouldn't let me in. I had to explain myself to him.
I don't answer to Dad.
Like hell you don't. You have his name. You answer to him.
You're talking awful big for someone who is in need of my help.
I don't need your help. You just happen to be here.
I will open my office door and show him out. That man in the white hat is here to see you.
Well, you need to kill him.
I don't need to do anything.
I am your fucking kin, and you will help me.
Doesn't sound like my problem. Until you start talking.
He kind of like hunches over a little bit more, and he's gonna right the chair, and like he kind of has to sit down, and he's like, I don't know what he fucking shot me with, but it hurts.
I'll lean out the door that I have just opened and whisper to Mitch to bring up one of our feeder people.
Yes, ma'am. And he will disappear. Eli, out of curiosity, where is Adelaide at this moment?
Adelaide being what she is we have, Rein and I had worked out contingencies. So she is currently at a safe house.
Okay, perfect.
So I sent her to the safe house and then embarked.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you and Raph are sitting here at the bar, kind of awkwardly next to each other. What are you? You're waiting. What's happening out here?
What are you drinking?
Whatever they handed me.
Probably getting ripped off.
I didn't pay for it.
They're gonna make you. They like to pull from the top shelf if you don't specify. I'm gonna motion over the bartender. Dixon Black, neat.
Yes, sir. Right away. He'll produce a cup and grab your choice liquor and fill it up for you.
If you see what I'll do is I'll take the cup of whiskey. I'll take a little silver flask out of my pocket. I'll unscrew it, kind of like a thick, like you would know what it is.
Oh, I smell it.
It's kind of like a thick, like red syrup kind of consistency. Kind of goes in it, like makes a little swirl in the glass. I'll kind of swirl it up and I'll take the drink and.
Raph, as you smell this, it is not human blood, which I think you probably expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
It smells better than anything you've ever smelled in your entire life. Rich, old vitae, kindred vitae. Your mouth starts to water a little bit.
Well, since we find ourselves sitting next to each other, what's your name?
Elijah. People call me Eli.
Raph.
Just passing through?
I guess that remains to be seen.
Oh, that's fair.
Kind of came in with a little bit of an entrance, flashing your gun and all.
Yeah, sometimes it's not safe to walk around Dodge City at night, if you know what I mean. When they're pulling the feeders, would the feeders be out on this floor or would they be like...
No, they're on the bottom floor.
Okay.
So, yeah, after a moment, younger man arrives with Mitch. It is... What was your preference?
My preference? Yeah. Like my rarefied taste? Sex workers.
Sex workers, yep. So this is a worker specifically for kindred. And as he comes into the room, Jonas gives like a little... God, you do know how to keep them around here. And he will stand up and start to feed on this young man, who gives out like a little moan of ecstasy as Jonas pierces into his neck. What are you doing in this moment?
I think I'm going to like take in Jonas's appearance to see like what I can learn. Like, he's been injured. Like, does he have any other injuries?
It looks like he's dirty. It looks like he's been on the run.
He's dirty. Is he like missing any of his like usual effects? Like, I'm trying to glean information while he can't talk.
Yeah, no, like it looks like he's been on the run. Something's been chasing him. Someone now that you know. It looks like it's been a couple days since he's had or a couple nights since he's had a good place to like really sleep, and he might have been burying holes in the ground and sleeping in the ground at some point in time. Outside of that, he's got his pistol. I think you can take a quick glance and see that it's unloaded. Like he might have fired all the shots.
Okay, that's good information to know.
Yeah, I think right now he's just frazzled and hurt and was looking for respite and happened to be next to the Venom House.
Right, perfect. Kind of want to interrupt him.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna interrupt.
Yeah, I think he like gives you like a blood-stoked snarl, and he's like, "What?"
He's gonna come looking for you if you don't hurry up. So I think we can. This'll do for now. Let's get you to a room, get you cleaned up, so I can get the next person who happens to be the guy that's looking for you, get him pacified, and get him out of here.
You're right, and he'll start like wiping his mouth. And at this time, you hear because Mitch closed the door behind him. You'll hear another knock at the door.
Clean yourself up.
Yeah, he'll like turn around.
And I'll go up to the door.
Yep,
and I'll give it a crack.
You open it. You see the door is completely blocked by large Mitch, who's standing there. I found this outside. And he'll take a step to the left. And standing in front of you is a small girl. She has blonde curled hair. Her face is covered in blood. Her hands are covered in blood. And in one of her hands is like a clump of hair.
Room 2.
Okay. And the little girl has like her other hand has his hand, and she will go with him to the other room.
I will open my office or my desk drawer, pull out a key, hand it to Jonas. Room 6.
Okay.
No feeders are allowed in rooms. You know the rules.
He'll just kind of give you an annoyed nod.
If you need a drink, you go downstairs.
Well, I understand your silly rules.
Talk to the Camarilla about that. And then I will, after he leaves, I will then motion to Mitch whenever he comes back that I am ready, or Juarez, whoever, ready for Eli.
Yeah, Mitch has come back from it's kind of like Jet's private room that you have next to yours. I put the girl in there.
Good. Do you know who she is?
I don't know. She was standing outside asking for a Mr. Eli.
Oh, okay. Do I have the context clues at that point?
I don't think so.
Not yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just so happens he's here, so I will...
She said she followed him here.
Oh, great.
His smell.
Okay.
She also said something about killing her. She kept using the word captors, but I think she meant the people that were looking after her.
Okay, well, let's talk to Eli about that.
I will get him.
Do I know who Rein is?
You have heard the name, but he's kind of like considered a recluse.
Oh, and I don't know that he's related to Eli in any way.
No, I don't think so.
I just know
I think
of Eli.
Rein does business in the city sometimes, but like they live out, like he lives out in the country. And
so the
very
connections
recluse.
are just not there.
Yeah,
Okay,
very
cool.
recluse. Eli and Raph, you see the large man that was outside earlier. And Eli, you just see a very large, bald-headed man approach you. Mr. Elijah, Ida will speak with you now.
Okay. I'll look over at Raph, like, thanks for the chat. Been a pleasure. And I'll throw down a bill, like, that'll cover both of our drinks.
Yeah.
And then I'll stand up and go up the stairs.
Raph, I want you to give me... No, I think this just happens. I think as Mitch approaches you, that smell that filled Eli's glass just a second ago weighs heavy on Mitch. And as you your like mouth starts salivating again, give me a hunger check. So just roll one die.
A hunger die?
It doesn't matter. Just one.
Best?
Okay, so your hunger will not go up, but you smell kindred blood. Smells exactly like what was just in his cup, mixed with human blood, and it is all over this Mitch's hand. So there's like a mixture of like humans' vitae and like this kindred's vitae kind of circulating around Mitch.
Has Mitch like turned around to go back?
Yeah, he's leading Eli.
I'm gonna as he starts to get up and go away, I'll grab your arm, like pull you back towards me a little bit. And it's not like gentle. I'm gonna yank you back towards me.
Yeah, as you pull my arm and as you yank me back there, you'll feel you'll feel something hard in your ribs. Is I'll have my gun, like I've drawn my gun with my other hand and this is pressed up against your ribs. And I'm like, can I help you?
I just thought you should know that what you got in that there flask, all over that guy that just came to get you.
God damn it. And I'll kind of like jerk my arm free and
I'll let him go.
I'll jerk my arm free and I'll put my gun back in the holster and I'll follow him up the stairs. Like,
you follow him up. He leads you up to a room. As you enter into the room, Ida is standing there or sitting in your chair. I'm not sure.
As he's getting ready to like as he's up there, I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder, right? The Mitch.
Yeah,
right?
Mitch. Yeah.
Like, is the girl here?
I take it you're Mr. Eli.
Is she safe?
I think it's best if you speak with Ida. She is safe.
I'll let him go.
He will motion into the room. You see there's blood on the floor, blood on a chair, and Ida is here waiting for you.
I'll approach. Apologies for the intrusion, Red. And I'll throw this on the counter. And I'll be like, where's that bitch of a brother of yours? I have unfinished business.
Downstairs, at the bar. Raph, what are you doing in this moment?
I don't think it's very exciting, but I'm kind of just like, there are things that are happening here that I wasn't prepared for. And I'm very interested to see how it's all going to play out.
Uh-huh.
And I think there's also, I don't know if, I think anxiety might be a better word than maybe fear, because Raph's not afraid. But the scent of what was in Eli's drink is now all over that person.
It's also now starting to like filter down the stairs.
Yeah.
Like you smell that it's lingering from upstairs somewhere.
Something old is here.
Something quite old.
And that usually means a lot of power.
Very true.
So I feel like we're at this point where it just seems like there's a powder keg about to explode.
Yep.
And is the upstairs off limits?
There's nobody standing there. There's like two big staircases that lead up to this giant balcony that you saw Ida looking out at.
I'll set my drink back down on the bar. Hasn't been touched.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just going to mosey my way up.
Okay.
An
Yeah.
opposite staircase.
Yeah, you see
To kind of make my way up.
Yeah, there's girls and guys leading, other girls and guys up the stairs to rooms and stuff. So it seems like up here is where work takes place.
Mm-hmm.
I think as you get to the top of the stairs and you're kind of like looking, because I think there's two halls running down. I think you look down the hallway that Mitch led Eli. You see a couple doors that are all closed. And I think as you look down the opposite hallway for a brief second, you see a small child with blonde hair poke their head out of a door. And as you kind of look that way, she like juts it back inside and closes the door. And then Mitch walks over and kind of like stands by the door. Back inside the office.
Well, that complicates things.
They broke into a kin's house and burned him.
Oh,
I don't know if your family's trying to start a clan war, but sure does look like it.
yeah, that is quite unsettling. Why all of a sudden, though?
Oh, that's what I was trying to ask your brother very politely before he shot at me.
What is the nature of Miss Adelaide's supposed abomination, if I may ask? The more information I have, the more helpful I can be.
I mean, you know everything that goes on in this house.
I try to.
You can ask her. Apparently, she's down the hall. Unbeknownst to me, and I have to find new caretakers again. Knowing her.
Ah, so that's who that is. Okay. Well, she's in room 2. I have Mitch watching her door. My brother, not fully fed, and in room 6. Here's the problem. One of my other brothers has gone missing. And my father wants me to find him. Do you think I could hire your services? Or is that too much of a conflict of interest?
Your father is... Is this your brother or your father?
That is my brother.
The missing one.
No.
Oh, okay.
She has a lot of...
I got a lot of brothers.
Real quick. I want you to roll manipulation with subterfuge.
Okay.
I want you to roll wits and awareness.
My manipulation with subterfuge?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I haven't rolled yet. Well, that's a thing.
What'd you get?
I got 3 successes.
3 successes, Mr. Eli?
I've got 5 successes.
Wow.
2 of them are crits. So
Okay, so 7. Yeah.
Shoo.
As Ida says her brother has gone missing, there is something in the mannerism that she delivers that to you, that there is a lot of hidden information behind those words. What that is, you have no idea. There's something there that maybe suggests she might know where he is.
I mean, I generally don't take jobs from people who don't tell me the full job.
I'll give you... Wait. What do you need to know?
I mean, my brother's missing's not the whole story.
Oh, the last time I saw him, he came in here for a feed and then he left. That's all. That was the last time I saw him, so I don't know why my father is concerned. But he does tend to make my life difficult.
How does your father feel about your other brother? The one who I have business with.
They're all his shining stars.
I mean, the only conflict of interest I see is Mr. Nicholas. He owes something, and he's going to pay.
I don't disagree with you.
Back outside in the hallway, Raph, what are you doing in this second?
I don't know.
Okay, well, as you're kind of like taking in the scene, you see a door down the hallway open, and the man you saw in the alleyway, the smaller man, kind of creeps his head out. I don't think he sees you, but he kind of looks down the hallway towards the door that you saw Eli enter, sees that it's closed, steps kind of cautiously out into the hallway, and starts working his way down towards Mitch. He is going to pass you. Is there anything you're doing in this moment? I mean, right now you just look like a dude who's waiting to meet up with an escort or something.
Yeah. As he's getting closer to me, is he still covering up the gunshot?
It looks like he's healed a little bit, so you can definitely assume that he's a kindred because he's walking upright. You can still see there's a rip in his clothes. It's blood soaked. He's walking upright and straight though, and it doesn't seem like he's nursing it as much. Doesn't look 100% though.
I think as he passes by, I'll just make like a you had a rough night.
Well, it's none of your fucking business. And he's just gonna he's gonna like whisper it. You can tell he's trying to be stealthy. And as his cowboy boots clomp down the wood floor towards Mitch.
I'm gonna watch it happen.
Yeah, he approaches Mitch and he kind of like puts a finger in Mitch's face. And I think you can like hear with your heightened senses, you can hear him go, "You tell that bitch and my sister I need to finish feeding. I can't go on like this." And Mitch goes, "You good to get back to your room, Mr. Jonas." And he goes, "I ain't going back to my fucking room unless I have somebody to eat." Mitch puts like a heavy hand on Jonas's shoulder. And as this happens, you see the door click open behind Mitch, and you see a small child slip out and starts heading down the hallway towards the room that Eli is currently in.
Is that the source of
100%?
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna start making my way to come across paths with the little girl.
Okay, back inside the office.
Well,
I just feel like we can help each other.
I'm inclined to concur. If you can find one stipulation, if you could help me find some more sturdy watchers, keep the little one out of trouble. Otherwise, my time's going to be pretty occupied. Also, discretion is obviously paramount here.
Well, of course. I've got some contacts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know a lot of people in Dodge City.
I know a lot of people.
You know a lot of people alive and dead in Dodge City.
Do you have a preference to kindred or kine? How does she best control herself?
There's times when she has a difficulty doing so. So kindred probably be safer for the watcher, but also a lot of kindred have problems with her for obvious reasons. So they got to be okay with that if you have somebody.
I've got some discreet people in my Rolodex. I think I can make that happen.
Back out in the hallway, Raph, what are you doing here? I think she notices you and like gives you a bloody smile.
Oh, God.
It's terrifying. Like her dress is blood soaked. She's got like a clump of like brown mangled hair in one hand. And the other one, I think is getting ready to like reach up and knock on this door.
Evening, miss.
She like hesitates and she like without like turning.
I think we stop like right in front of the door.
She like looks up at you and kind of like, she goes, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
I don't think children of your age are supposed to be in an establishment like this.
Well, I'm looking for my friend, Mr. Eli, and he's right behind this door.
Yes, I believe he is behind this door.
Well, I want to see him.
Can I have like put together just through like observations that I have seen that Eli might be after the person who I just saw walk down this hallway?
It definitely seems that this little girl, that man, and Eli are somehow connected in some way. And you can kind of surmise that he had a bullet wound. And Eli was carrying a very large pistol when he walked in and held you at gunpoint at one point in time.
This is the anarchist a little bit coming out, a little brouhaha. I believe he's in there talking to the lady of this establishment. However, I think the person you might be more interested in is that person down the hall talking to the bigger guy.
As she looks around, Mitch also notices this conversation going on, and he goes, "You're not supposed to be out there." And you guys hear a small rap on the door from inside. And she turns around and sees this man standing with Mitch. And from inside, you guys hear, "There's that fucking bitch there."
I immediately am at the door.
Yeah, I was like, will you get that?
I'm immediately at the door with my gun drawn. I like.
Yeah. So in this moment, you two come bursting out of your office. You see...
Ida doesn't burst.
Well, sure. You come sauntering out of your office behind Eli. You guys are standing in the hallway close to the balcony of the Venom House. You two see Adelaide. You see a small blonde girl with blood all over her. As well as you both see Raph, this gentleman that you met earlier at the bar. Ida, you see another person you don't know. These two people you don't know outside of your front door. Down the hallway, though, you see your brother Jonas raising a pistol as Mitch goes to subdue him. I'm going to give everybody one thing to do in this moment. We will start with Raph because you're already out here. And then it'll be Eli, and then it'll be Ida. And this will all happen at one time. You see them burst out of the door, and you see Jonas unholstering his pistol down the hallway.
That pistol aimed at Adelaide?
He is raising it at this child, yes. Seemingly is what he's going to be doing.
So I have one of my disciplines for celerity is rapid reflexes.
Mm-hmm.
I also have rapid reflexes.
Passive, so it doesn't require a check, I believe. I will supernaturally just... from my spot behind her, I will immediately be in front of her blocking the gun. Even though this is someone who's probably not too worried about being shot.
Sure.
It is a child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Raph on instinct is just like like in front,
Yeah.
shielding.
Eli.
So side note about Eli, he always has a couple of guns about his person.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like the one that he like pulled on you, like you didn't see, it wasn't like the big one that's kind of strapped across his chest, which is like a large like break action single shot dueling pistol. It was like just a regular 6-shooter they pulled on you. So, but like with rapid reflexes, I will have just like cracked the thing. One of my firearms, my special thing is like dueling is quick draw, right? Mm-hmm. So I will have that like off my chest. I'll level at it, and I'm just gonna shoot Jonas, and I'm gonna shoot him in the hand because I'm not trying to kill him, but I still need to talk to him about his big brother.
Sure. Ida.
I would like to go to the armoire that I have here in my office, open the secret exit door that I have had built in here, grab little Adelaide by the wrist and guide her through the armoire.
Perfect. Okay. Multiple things happen at one time. Raph, with your lightning reflexes, you step deftly in front of this young girl, putting yourself in not very much harm's way. You're not that worried about it.
Yeah.
You're protecting this child. She did look scared. She, very powerful, but she doesn't know what's happening. Eli, you raise your break action pistol. The hammer strikes the firing pin. It explodes as the shot rings out across the Venom House. Time slows down as the projectile from this bullet is whizzing through the air at Jonas's hand. I'm not going to make you roll for this. I think this just happens. You were on edge. You were ready for this. Ida, you grab Adelaide's hand. She is taking all of this scene in, and the words that Raph spoke to her, the man that she's looking for, is down the hallway, ring in her brain. And as you go to pull her in your office, she's gonna raise the hand that had the hair in it and like point down the hallway at Jonas. And she lets out a blood curdling scream. And in this moment, before your shot hits Jonas in the hand, in an instant, he is a mass of just blood and goo as his body explodes from inside out, showering the walls and Mitch in just absolute gore as he explodes. And your bullet hits the wood paneling behind where Jonas was standing. Stupid Wizard's actual people is Drew Burton as Elijah Hughes, Derek Dix as the Storyteller, Josh Matney as Raphael Duvall, and Elizabeth Ryan as Ida Sanguinetti. Make sure you follow us on our socials, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, and YouTube, where you can now watch the show with our smiling faces. Also, go and check out our Patreon, where you can find behind-the-scenes world building for Campaign 3. You can find all of those links and more over at our website, stupidwizards.com. Our next episode releases July 6th, so until then, be sure to like, leave a comment, and thank you so much for listening.